Hi, this is Ernie. I'm that guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. Um, People ask me, how do I choose and how do I do my research on what stocks to invest and ETFs to invest? So I'll just give you another example. So I had a chance to, I got a call from one of the investment banks if I wanted to participate in an IPO. It was Square. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with it. Um, so before I made any investment, I had a chance to go to my sister's place in Maryland, and they were having a food fair. So I decided to go, and I saw those tiny little rectangular or square credit card devices. So I started talking to them as I was buying things, and people have said, "Oh, they love this device so much. They will never change." And my question to them was, "It's just a dongle. It's a credit card processing. Why do you like it so much that even if a merchant bank will come and give you a promotion to switch, you will never switch?" And they said, if you think Square is just a credit card processing dongle that you put it on your phone, you don't really understand the company. So I spoke to, I think about 13 or 14 vendors who are using them. And then when I flew back home, I went out to a weekend flea market or weekend farmer's market, and I actually went to talk to more people. And what I found out was it is an ecosystem they are selling. If you're a small business owner, and for those who are out there, it's very difficult to get a loan or a loan at a good rate. But this can actually forecast how much cash flow you're going to get, how much receipt you're going to get, and it provides all that information to, I think it was a Zion Bank out of Salt Lake City or somewhere in Utah. Enable them to get a loan faster and better at a better rate than relying purely on Dun & Bradstreet credit report. That's what I've been told. So I spoke to 29 or 27 or 29, or it might even be 28. And every single one of them, there was not one person that said, I don't know, I don't really like their product or their features or something. Everybody said they like their product. So I spent, I think, $500,000 to buy, I didn't want to put too much money. I think the IPO was $10. And then of course, price went down. I think it went down to eight and a change. And I was gonna put more money in there, and my wife was like, "Oh, you're crazy. You know, a lot of the tech companies that goes public, they usually go well. This one, maybe, you should just cover your losses or whatever, get short-term losses and then just exit and save your money." But because of the research that I've done, I actually put even more money there. So to make the long story short, I ended up selling them at $110. So two lessons is, one, you got to do your own research so that you have a conviction, not just hear from people that this is something good and go blindly. And two, you got to make some bets in life. My former company, one of the management consulting company, my boss was always saying, you need to make 2 bets every year and some small bets. For me, small bets are S&P 500 index fund because I know it will go up, right? No matter what happens, over a long period of time, it will go up. But it's not going to make me very wealthy. So every year or every couple years, whenever I see an opportunity, I try to make big bets. One was Square. The other one was a company called Splunk. I think they got acquired by somebody. Are there incidences where I got a little scared and got out? Yeah, Wingstop was one. And of course, COVID happened after the IPO and it just took off because my preference was always Buffalo Wild Wings, not Wingstop. So when their IPO didn't do well, I was like, you know what? Let me at least break even and get out. So That one. Facebook was another one. Facebook was not doing well after the IPO. But eventually, if I held on to it, it would have been another 10x. There are, during COVID, all the oil things went down, buying things like Halliburton, Schlumberger, a lot of the oil companies. Whether you believe in fossil fuel or not, that's not the point, but there's an opportunity. Everything was undervalued. So those are the things where I invested and did really, really well. So whenever you see an opportunity, I'm not saying that you should, but for me, at least making big bets enable me to get to where I am. And also doing in-depth research so that I have a conviction on why I want to invest and hold, did well for me. Not 100%, but most of the times. Hopefully this is useful. Please send me messages. By the way, my messaging is working perfectly fine, so you could DM me, you could comment, or like, post, repost, whatever you want to do. But yeah, if you have any questions about doing research or different way of doing research or any particular stock, I don't follow every one of them, but I might be able to give you a good sense of whether it's something that it's worthwhile. All right, enjoy rest of the week.